Hi everyone, it's Vicky. So the envelopes that I'm going to use are these ones with no window, and I'm going to seal all of them and then I'm going to fold them. So my 3 envelopes are sealed. Now I'm just going to cut a very thin edge off the top to open them. So I'm going to fold it into thirds, and you can sort of do that. You can sort of just guess it. So fold it into thirds, depending on how you want it. I sometimes do them so they flip open like this. Sometimes I make them like this so they make more of like a zigzag shape. It's really up to you. If you find things like this are sticking up too much, you can glue those down. Just be careful not to glue it so it covers the opening there. So just the edges. So what I did there was I punched it after I inked, but you can also punch holes, and so you're using a circle punch and you're doing a quarter over the folds, which will give you the ticket shape. And then this one, I've punched out the holes before I've inked it. So here you can see the definite ticket shape. Let's see if it makes a difference to how you're inking. I think it's fine either way, whether you punch the holes before or afterwards. You don't need to punch it, you could cut it by hand, but I have a punch so I'm going to use it. And my ink is transferring from my board to here, but that is all going to be matted, so at this point it doesn't matter, but I will give my board a quick wipe before I start gluing things on. So I saw something very similar to this on a YouTube channel called Bohemian Crafting, and I'll leave the link below, and you should go and have a look at her version because her version is very pretty. I've done all that. It's got some extra flaps and things that mine doesn't have. I'm not sure if this idea comes from somewhere else before that, but that's where I saw it. In terms of this here, you can see there's some writing. I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm just going to put a little mat over it just now. You can see in there's the envelope. You could try and ink this part. I'm not going to. The space is so small to tuck things in that for me it doesn't make a difference. So I flicked through this one. This is number 3, 2019, and I did find a couple of pages that I thought could work, so I thought that one would be nice. It's quite pretty in pink. I could probably do all of them with the same one. See if there was another one in here that I wanted to do. I saw that and I thought that looked really bright and cheerful. Daphne's diary, you've always got to make sure there isn't something really good on the back of the page that you wanted to save. It looks good, and I love the cover. So I've got these two, and the easiest way for this one might be just to, so I'm lining it up so it's a little bit short. I hope you can see that. The mat will be a little bit short, and Just lining it up there, and I'm just going to tear it. I'm lining it up to the edge of my tickets. Get that in. Hopefully that'll be the right size for that, which is fine. So let's do that one. So right now I'm just checking to see that it's going to fit this way on my little tickets. And now you can measure this and cut this. I'm just doing it like this. So I'm bending the paper back. I want to do it just short of that inked edge, and you can see it's a little bit short there. So that's the one. Now this will be number 2. And number 3. So we got those 3 for there. So I want to cut those corners so when I glue it down it matches well. It's the same thing. I'm just going to pop it in, cut the corner off. I think I need to put a few pages in at a time. Sometimes if your paper's a bit soft, it doesn't cope well. Just put all 3 together. Let's see if that works. Much better. Make sure I've got them all in the right place. So there's the first half, and then I'm going to do the rest, and then I will do the backs all together. So this paper was sent to me by Maggie, so I'm going to try and use some of these on here. I want the lines to go, it isn't too see-through, so that's okay. I want the lines to go that way. Obviously it would be a lot easier if I did it that way, but I want the lines to go this way. So I'm going to get probably 2 out of there, 1 out of here, and then I'll see what I can do with these pages. I'm going to use this as a template for the next one, because I know I want it all the same height. And as much as I love that edge, it's not going to work on here. It's not going to fit. So I'm going to take that edge off when I'm working, and I'll sew it onto something else at a later stage. can see I didn't ink that side, so let's do that quickly. Okay. And one more for this one. Make sure I've got them all in the right space. Alright, so my tickets are done. I've matted the front, I've matted the back, and now I'm going to sew along those middle bits to make separate pockets. Okay, so I'm back from the sewing machine and I'm just going to snip these all apart now. And now I want to make some, so I've got my little pockets there, and now I want to make some little tags to go in my pockets. So the one that I made first, when I did the tags, I used the corner rounder and I just rounded the corners, but when the tag goes too far into the pocket, you see the corners at the bottom. So if that's something that you don't like, you might want to cut your tags into ticket shapes. These ones I'm going to do the corner rounder. Okay, so you can see those sticking out the bottom. You can either just lift them up a bit, like that, or not worry about it, it's up to you. I'm choosing different parts of the stencil so it doesn't look the same. So while I'm busy tidying up, I remembered I've still got these little offcuts, and these would make perfect tabs for my tags. So I'm going to cut each one of these into 3 if I can, and that will make tabs for my tags. Let's see if I can do it. The torn edge might be quite nice, and I'm not going to ink it. I'm just going to leave them now. Alright, I'm back. I've got like a bunting of little tags, which is quite fun. So let's try and trim these apart. Those go there, those go there, these go here. So some of them, the machine unthreaded, and so I've got a couple of little knotty bits, but I'm actually going to leave them because it gives it some interest. Oh, that goes there. So that's the first one, and just measure it before we stick it in. Oh, I think I put that one in the middle because that's got the lines on it. And one goes in there like that. Okay, so they are done, and you can fold them up, or you could put them over a page like that with a paper clip, or you could tuck them in a pocket. You can fold them in a zigzag. I think they're so cute. I think if you sewed on 2 sides, you could cut that apart, and then you could have individual little tickets with tags inside. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. Bye.